My dear friends, I welcome you to a brief presentation on software requirements. Today, over the next half an hour, I am going to be sharing briefly on some of the different popular techniques on requirements elicitation. As you know, in any software project, proper requirements are the foundations for a successful project. And some people say perhaps it is one of the most important and difficult phase in a project. Why is the software requirements phase very important and difficult? It is important because if the requirements are not correct, then it could have two consequences. The system may cost more than projected, and the system may be delivered later than promised. I remember our team was working in a project in the year 2002 with a UK-based insurance company, and that project eventually failed to meet the project objectives. When I did further introspection of the project, I found out that since the team wanted to deliver an early project, they did not capture all the requirements, and that was the sole reason for the project getting delayed. So first of all, let us understand the context of requirements engineering. Requirements engineering is broadly divided into requirements definition, software requirements specification, requirements change management, and requirements traceability. So first, in the first phase, we define the requirements, then we basically specify the requirements in the form of a document which has to be approved by the customer. Then we move into change management, because change is a vital part of any IT project, and changes will come. So we need to have a mechanism where we can manage the changes to the requirements. And last but not the least, we should have a mechanism to trace the requirements to the sources of the requirements. So as I said, today we will focus on requirements elicitation techniques. Now, requirements elicitation basically consists of gathering the requirements, evaluating the requirements, and prioritization of the requirements. Then we can model the requirements, we can document the requirements, and we can validate the requirements. But first of all, let us try to understand the definition of a requirement. Requirements are capabilities and conditions to which the system, more broadly the project, must conform. And all requirements must be prioritized into three different segments. First kind of requirements are must have, second kind of requirements are should have, and the third kind of requirements are could have. Could have requirements are basically optional requirements, and must have requirements are mandatory requirements. All requirements must be approved by the concerned people from the project team. Now, requirements elicitation is basically a process of gathering requirements for software development from relevant sources, and these sources could be the vendors of the company, the staff of the company, the management of the company, any brochure of the company, any document maintained by the company. It could also be an existing system which the company is using. So as I said, requirements elicitation is the process of gathering requirements.